Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of my live tea tasting. I am excited to get this one started. This one I have been keeping my eye on all week, only because I announced it last week and it was just very exciting. So I'm gonna go ahead and start the water on this one because I cannot wait. This week I'm doing another dessert flavored tea, continuing my sweets for my sweet. Alejandra, welcome. That's weird. It didn't tell you. It didn't tell me that you came. Oh, now it's telling me that you came on. Uh, it's all right. There we go. Yeah, I don't know. Something's going on with the system. All right, there we go. Hey Ma, welcome. I saw you just pop in. So this week I'm doing another dessert tea. Sneha, welcome. I'm doing a dessert tea. Oh, excuse me. And I have been like dying to try this one because I am a fan of dessert teas. So in continuing with my theme, sweets for your sweet for February, I'm gonna start with pancakes. I'm really super curious about this one because I have no idea what they're doing with it. It's got maple cream oolong, almond and vanilla oolong, and almond oolong. Sorry, so it's three oolongs in one. And you guys know I love oolong teas. So my water's already going. I'm gonna go ahead and pop this puppy open and see what it smells like. Oh, that is a beautiful scent. Whoo! Oh my god, that's so amazing. Like you can smell the maple syrup and the vanilla like right off the bat. I am super excited about this one so far. So, first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pour some of this out and then I'll show you guys what it looks like. But yeah, this one is a keeper. Wow, just by smelling it. You know what? I'm just gonna pour the whole thing in here because I get the feeling that I'm not the first one to get into this one. This one was actually given to me by Shanna, and it looks like it was packed a little bit thin, so I think that she had herself a cup first, which is fine. I mean, it's it was hers to begin with. But oh my god, that smells amazing. All I smell is syrup and vanilla. Oh, I can't wait. I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. I'm going to tell you a little bit also about different kinds of oolongs. This one is you can see it's like nice and dark brown with little tinges of yellow, light brown. You got a little bit of red. Whew, man, that smell is getting to me. Like, I love that. I love that. Teresa, welcome. Oh my god, it smells amazing. Like, this smells like pancakes. Now, yes, for real, you're gonna have to. I'm gonna show you guys something about oolongs. Oolong is oxidized. Sorry, it's oxidized in between a green and a black tea, and generally they're categorized. You can tell an oolong, for the most part, by the way that it looks. Now you see it's tightly wrapped. That means that when you start to steep it, it's going to unfurl itself, and depending on how tight it's wrapped, you can get two or three steeps out of one tea. Now, it doesn't look like this one is as tightly wrapped as some of them that I've had, so I might be able to get two good steeps out of this, um, maybe three. Oh, excuse me. I'm still fighting my cough. But anyway, I might be able to get two or three steeps out of this, depending on how much it unfurls when it's steeped. But oh my god, it smells amazing. Now, oolongs generally have a sweeter taste than black teas, and they're not as salty as some green teas. They have a very unique kind of flavor to it because it's depending on the type of tea and the amount of oxidation it has. You can get either a strong oolong or a gentle oolong. Um, and I tend to gravitate towards the more gentle oolongs only because they mix well with everything else. You can flavor them really well, and it's very distinct. Um, the taste that you can get out of it. There's different kinds of oolongs. There's oolongs. There's paoshangs. Um, there's three main oolongs that are like the cream of the crop. Let me see if I can remember them. There's milk oolong, jade oolong, and what's the third one? Jade, milk, and you know what? I'm gonna have to cheat a little bit because I'm forgetting the third one. Like, there is a third one, I promise. There is a what's the third one uh that I've tried? Doggone it! All right, there we go. I'm going to check now. There's milk oolong. There's Alishan. That's what it was. Doggone it! I could not get it out. Alishan is one of the more expensive oolongs, and I did buy myself a bag. It's sitting there. I'm going to definitely get to it. I'm going to stream it for you guys, and it's cream of the crop. Like, I'll tell you, it's high end, but it's so tasty. So my water's done. I'm going to go ahead and pour some of this out. Now, generally, Shano, welcome. Generally, when you steep an oolong, you don't want to treat it too much like a black tea. Depending on how tightly wound it is, you can, because the tighter it is, the harder it is to open up. So the temperature of the water doesn't always unfurl it all the way the first time around. That's why you can get multiple steeps. What I'm doing is you can steep an oolong in two different ways. You can either do it at a lower temperature for 5 minutes or a higher temperature for 3. So I'm choosing to do the higher temperature for 3 minutes, just to get it, as a what's the word I'm looking for? Like just to get a nice full flavor out of it. And that's what it says on here: 212 degrees for 3 minutes. So that's what I'm going for. So, ooh, that smell, man. Whew. All I smell is like the vanilla and the maple. This is getting to be like, it's heaven. Like, this is breakfast heaven right about now. I'm actually surprised that it never occurred to me to mix those three oolongs before, because those three oolongs are really, really good. I've had maple cream oolong, which I have streamed before. The vanilla oolong, I don't believe I streamed it, but I'll get to it eventually. I love vanilla oolong. And almond oolong. Now, out of all three, I'm not as big a fan of the almond oolong. Oh, there we go. Quackhead tells me it's time to go. So I'm going to pull up my... I'm going to pull this out right now. Ooh, that's hot. There we go. Now, not to say that almond oolong is bad. I actually like it, but I don't like it as much as I do the other two. You know, it's got the almond flavor, but out of the three, it's the smokier one, and it's kind of like eat it with bacon and eggs. Oh, absolutely! Like, you can do that with this and the maple cream oolong alone. Like, you guys saw when I did that stream. Whew, that was amazing. Like, I'm seriously craving this thing. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pour some of this out because I am getting impatient. And I'm not even gonna bother. Like, normally, excuse me. Normally I use my my rag to pour this out, because cast iron is hot. Only thing is that it's cold in my basement, so my hand is just fine. Ooh, wait, never mind. Ow. The handle is not hot, but I just kind of burned myself with this hand. Anyway, so I'm pouring that out. You can see right off the bat, it's a nice uh, coppery, almost golden color to it. Ooh, and you guys can see that steam. Oh, this is amazing. The only thing I'm... Romando, welcome! The only thing that's missing, I think it might actually be in here. If it's not, I'm gonna check real quick. But there should be cinnamon in this. Like this is, I'm gonna check real quick, because honestly, if that's what's missing, I'm gonna be disappointing. I'm gonna be disappointed in Woody. Yeah, he's got what was this? Almond oolong. Yeah. Oh, there is cinnamon. Okay, great. Haha. Woody is Woody has not failed me. There is cinnamon in there. Good. Oh, so I'm going to show you guys what this looks like. I just had to fight the urge to drink it right off the bat because, like, I looked at it and I was like, oh, wait, I gotta show you guys. I literally had that reaction. I was like, and then I had to stop myself. Oh, I am such a tease. All right, here we go. I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like. Now you'll see that as it was pouring out, it was more of a golden, coppery kind of look to it. But here, once it's in the cup, you see it's nice and red. It's not a very dark tea, and since it's an oolong, it's not going to be very dark. It's really nice and bronze there. So you're not going to get a really strong, a really strong flavor out of it. As far as like, you'll get a strong flavor, but it's going to be on the sweet side. Not like regular black teas and green teas. You're gonna have like a lighter, sweeter kind of taste to it. So I can't wait anymore. I've teased myself enough. I'm going for it. Whew. Oh yes. Oh, that is so good. Mmm. This is what I was hoping for. Like the almond oolong is a little bit muted, but you get the vanilla and the maple like right off of it. It does taste like pancake. Uh which it's not that hard to do because you get the almond the almond and the vanilla have like you have like the nutty sweet flavor of the pancake itself, while the maple cream oolong on top of that is the syrup. So if we could find like something slightly buttery, which I do have some suggestions. The only thing is, the only real buttery ones that I know of are like the really expensive jasmines. What was it? The jasmine Fujian Jasmine Pearl, the Master's Tea, and they don't have the Master's Teas as a blending ingredient on their website. So unfortunately, that's not something I can work with. But I think that this is actually like really, really good. My God, it's. I'm just like I'm super in love with this tea. Hold on one second. I'm getting a message. Ew. Anyway, so excuse me. This is about as close to a pancake taste as I've ever had in liquid form, and I could truly appreciate this. This is, since it's an oolong, it is caffeinated. It's gonna be mid to high level. So I would definitely recommend this as a good breakfast tea. Definitely when you get you get the kick of the caffeine, you get the sweetness of waking up first. You know, like it's gonna perk you up for sure. And if you have a sweet tooth, this is an excellent tea. Like I'm really feeling this tea. In case you couldn't tell. I'm kind of sad that I only had the sample size. Like I really have to buy more of this. Um, this is the kind of tea that I would definitely bring to work, and first thing in the morning, get a little bit of sweetness. I mean, it's not sweetened now, and honestly, it doesn't need to be. This is super duper delicious. And like I keep reaching over for it. I mean, you guys can't see it, but you see, I keep doing this. It's like I have to stop myself because if I drink it too fast, I'm not gonna have anything to taste halfway through, and I have to exercise some self control. Is it super high in any specific vitamins? Not necessarily. I mean, it's got tons of antioxidants. But as far as vitamins, they don't have anything in it that's gonna be vitamin-y. Like I would say if you're like I had the lychee fruit tea that is high in vitamin C. They say that 1 cup it does some great work against like colds and other viruses. So that is more on the vitamin side. This is high in antioxidants, but it's good with. Oh, excuse me. It's got tons of health perks. Oh, excuse me. I think I need to drink a little bit more tea. Excuses. Okay. So it's high in excuse me. It wasn't well, not antioxidants. So I just said it. Oh, it's high in that stuff. And it's high. It's got like tons of health benefits. It's good for your metabolism. It's good for it's good for your heart. I mean generally tea all in all has tons of good benefits. It's great for your immunity as well. But unfortunately not like it's not like it's got vitamins in it. It's been a while. Is milk oolong buttery at all? Milk oolong is it's more what is it? I think it's more creamy than buttery. Um there is one though that is kind of buttery. Let me see. It was the milk oolong, jade oolong? I think if I'm not mistaken, the Ali Shan one is the one that's buttery. I have not reviewed that yet, but I have had the the samples, and it's so good. Other than Ali Shan, I'm not sure. Maybe the TheCommuni-Tea, maybe, but like I don't specifically remember that. I remember that being light tasting, a little bit creamy, but you taste the orchid in it. I don't remember. Oh yeah. I know. Well, I mean they do have. Let me see how much the 3 ounce is. 3 ounces is 19. Yeah, that is kind of up there. I do have another TheCommuni-Tea that somebody brought to work. And I don't know if I told you guys the parasite tea. Yeah. I do have some here, which I'm going to review in a couple weeks. I don't remember. I don't know if you guys remember. I told you that after I got back from vacation around Christmas time, somebody left a big box of like different kinds of teas for me, and amongst them was a tea Kuan Yin. Whoever, well, I do know who did that, but I don't think she realized what she was giving me because tea Kuan Yin is amazing. Woo, I love it. But yeah, like T Kuan Yin is actually, you know what? I think I have another T Kuan Yin, if I'm not mistaken. No, that's the Fujian. Oh no, I have another Formosa Alishan. I actually bought the Masters Alishan, like just this one, and I am going to review it. I do have a I'm pretty sure I have another regular Alishan as well. Uh, this is not the best time to open up my my tea chest because I have so much stuff on top of it. But this, I need to have my curiosity satisfied. Curiosity, ha 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 ha. Awful, awful. You guys deserve better than that. Oh, and I just toppled my stuff over. That's okay. All right, all right, all right. I'm gonna check real quick. Oh, I do not have the full-on Alishan. Oh, okay, good, good. Because I already have like the Master's tea, so I'm not gonna need it. Okay, we're good. I just wanted to check. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna show you guys real quick. This is my stash. Check that out. I'm like super proud of my chest. It even has like the little. It's so old-fashioned, old-timey. I love it. Any excuse that I have to show it off. And I mean, I totally hit the jackpot. I only bought that for like $5. So, cha-ching. I needed that. But getting back to business. I'm really loving this tea because there's also a certain kind of distinction that you get from oolongs in general. Because of their nature, it's between the black tea and the green tea. You get this kind of aftertaste that lingers. It's more of a kind of, how do I describe it? Like a fuzzy air about it. I don't know how to, it's hard to describe because it's hot but cool at the same time. It's slightly effervescent, but in a non-minty way. Yeah, you're right. It's got like a mineral kind of taste. And I'm not sure like why that escapes other teas. Because you get like you like each tea has a very distinct flavor. You have the white tea that's kind of generally soft, not quite salty, sometimes creamy, silky, to say the least. Then you have the green teas, which can be grassy, earthy, salty, depending on whether it's Chinese or Japanese. So you get that distinct flavor of the plant itself, and with black teas, you get like the dirt, the earth of the tea. You get the strong kind of, I don't want to say muddy because that gives it a bad a bad connotation, but it's like dirt earthy, you know? Like let's say if the green tea is earthy, it's more of a rooted grass dirt, while the black tea is like the dirt earth kind of a thing. So oolong teas have that minerally taste where, you know what? I think it might be because this is just me spitballing here. But you get the flavor of the salt with the dirt, and it's like right down the middle. So you get like a kind of yeah, you're right. It's the dark roast of teas. Um, because it's not quite dirt and it's not quite grass. So you get a nice in between, and I think that that's where that mineral like taste comes from. And I really like it. I'm a fan of it because it's very distinct from everything else. And that's what always fascinated me about teas. Like each one, depending on how it's processed, and uh, how it's oxidized and how it's prepared. Even like well, it's too late now. You know what? I gotta show you. Let me see. I'm checking this out real quick. I want to show you guys what it looks like because there is a difference. There we go. No, that's too short. Okay, so you saw what that other leaf looked like before I put it in. Well, here's what it looks like after. Before you saw it was all rolled up, almost in a ball. Now you see the leaves have opened up. Oh, excuse me. And they're more unfurled. That's where all the flavor came out of. So you'll see. Let me see if I can get it close without blurring too much. Now, if you notice the color, there's still kind of green in it. You'll see that it's not quite brown, not quite green. But that's what I was talking about. Like you get the black tea and the green tea mix without it taking an actual side. So oolongs tend to I hope it doesn't drip. Oolongs tend to I'm trying to finish my thought without making a mess. But oolongs tend to expand a lot. So you see, I don't know if you can see my finger. It started off like about down here. Nova, welcome! It started off at about here, and it's gone up like maybe double, almost triple size. Only because it starts off like a ball and then it unfurls. Now, this is actually a shorter leaf oolong. I have seen oolongs where it's really, really tightly wound. You have like the milk oolong, where the ball is about that big, and then it expands to leaves about that big. And it's incredible to watch. Maybe when I do the Alishan, depending. I don't know if I want to do it. Well, we'll see. I want to do an oolong one day in the in my clear teapot, so that you can see how it goes from this to this. Like it's gonna be a huge experience. So when I do that, Shanna, you're gonna have to remind me to do it in the in the big in the see-through pot, because I'm probably gonna forget, old man brain and stuff. Mm. Oh, that is so good. Whew. Anyway, like this tea is actually making me get caught up in the moment. I'm drinking it and it gets like this is a great tea to just like sit back, relax, put on some music, maybe read a book, and just like let it go. Cause this tea is like I'm feeling like I'm feeling really good about it. Um, like even though it's caffeinated, I I feel myself more awake and alert, but not jittery. I'm not feeling very like I don't know what to do with my energy, if that makes sense. Like it feels great. Um, whew, my God, sorry about that. My computer just decided to turn off on me. Anyway, so I'm gonna open up the floor real quick. Questions, comments, anything you want to ask, go ahead and bring it up. Now is a good time as any because I'm still like I'm I'm doing right. Oh, and I mean, like I also want to mention maple cream oolong alone has a really distinct flavor, um, and it's really hard to match. If you mix it with anything, it does run the risk of losing the flavor. This one has a really great balance because I can actually, when I taste it, I taste all three at the same time. You could taste the almond and the vanilla as well. But my brain kind of um, shows a distinction. It somehow classifies um, the almond and the vanilla together as one flavor and the maple cream as another. So like I don't know, that's just the way my brain is classifying it. And Ramanda, I'm not ignoring you. I'm going to talk about that in just a moment. I was just in the middle of a thought and I didn't want to lose it. She said, "Do I have any research or resources for teas that are specific to personal growth type stuff?" Um, what do you mean by personal growth? Is like a spiritual thing, or is it a or like I'm not quite sure what you mean by personal growth. I'm assuming it's more of a spiritual aspect, but I want to answer your question specifically and correctly. So while I wait for your question, I mean, well, for the clarification, I just want I just want to mention that this tea, as it's cooling down, um, it still maintains that flavor. So I do believe that it would make a really great iced tea as well. So mirror work, authentic movement, and spiritual. Um, Honestly, I mean, I don't tend to gravitate towards the spirituality of tea. Although teas do have specific qualities to help you relax. If you would like to, I do have a friend of mine who can talk more about the spiritual side of it. She's not on right now. Her name is Miriam. Um, she's studying to become a Buddhist, and she's gonna be a better source to ask about the spiritual part of it. But if you are looking for something that's gonna help you meditate, relax, I would stick with herbal blends that are non-caffeinated and very fragrant. Um, so I would stay with like let's say lavender and peppermint, lemon teas, chamomile teas, anything that will allow you to either stay relaxed and focused. If you are, I would actually also recommend jasmine tea. While it is caffeinated, it's not super duper caffeinated, but it's really, really well fragrant. So it will help you relax and focus. Anything that's fragrant. Um, as a matter of fact, anything that's fragrant, I have found is like really great for headaches. So while it helps you relax and helps you clear your mind, it physically helps you as well. So whenever somebody has a headache, I would recommend one of two things: black tea for its caffeine content, or a mate, because caffeine is good to help you uh, lose your headache, or a fragrant if you're having like say sinus pressure or just a pressure headache. It will help you relax. But yeah, like definitely, I will see if I can get a hold of Miriam, um, and I'll see if she can make any recommendations as far as spirituality is concerned, along with tea. Although that is something that I should really look into, like, why not learn the spiritual side as well? I do tend to be spiritual. I just don't incorporate tea in my spirituality. But, that's not to say that that's not a thing, because it is. I just personally don't do it. Mm. Oh, this is so good. And that was actually a really excellent question. I'm glad you brought it up. Because that's something that I never really explore, I mean, I have talked about the history of tea. I have talked about the physical health benefits, but not so much the spiritual health benefits. I might have to do that sometime. I'll get an early blend, an herbal blend, and I'll sit down with Miriam and we'll have like a stream of one of these days. We'll see. I'll talk to her about that. See if she's down. So I'm not making any promises on her behalf, but she does. Excuse me. She does not shy away from these things. So we'll see. I have a very good feeling about that. That's so good. Oh my god, I'm like like I'm satisfied right now. This week I am feeling a lot better. Uh, if you guys had seen last week, my mom pointed it out. I was like really out of it, not specifically dead on my feet, but kind of close. Only because it was a rough ride home. Um, but like I feel the difference this week. And I'm glad that I was able to get through it last week and do what I did. But this week I'm feeling a lot better. So mm, I'm like really feeling this tea. I think that this tea is like really perking me up, and it's breaking down some barriers here. I keep reaching over and I was like, I'm fighting the urge to drink it all right now. Mm. Oh, that's so good. Ah, I am like this tea is really perking me up. Like it's literally making me happy right now. And I guess in a way that is like a kind of spiritual thing. Um, because it is affecting my mood in a positive way. Um, and I do have I mean I generally have a sweet tooth a lot of the time, and I mean while I've cut down on my sugar a lot. Um, this kind of sweetness is really it's doing its thing. I'm really glad for it. Uh, yeah, I mean I just feel like I'm thinking a whole lot of how it's making me feel right now, and it's giving me a nice mellow kind of mood. So I'm going to get to it eventually, but I might as well answer the question now because I know Teresa always wants to know what would I pair this with. So I'm stealing your suggestion, Shanna. I'm gonna definitely say bacon and eggs because that is way too easy, but it's accurate. This is. I think that you'll want to go a little bit salty, not super duper salty. So you might want to scale back on the bacon a little bit. Uh, but I think it would go well. Maybe something a little bit salty, like the eggs would be fine for it. Um, Cookies. There was this cookie that I had. What was this? I should run to. I should run to the diner and get some breakfast. The diner is closed. It closes at 4 o'clock. So, there was a cookie that I had gotten while I was in Golden Gold. Oh, that's right, Golden Nugget. While I was in Arkansas, what was it, 2 weeks ago, right? Sneha, I don't remember the name of that cookie. If you could like write it real quick, you know the one I'm talking about, the butter, the buttery one. I'm drawing a complete blank, but it was so good. It was salty and sweet at the same time, and I think it would pair well with this one. Stroop waffles. I would go with Stroop waffles, the caramel ones, because caramel and what is it, the maple syrup, uh, it was just out of this world. What was this, savory crepes, or what was it, blinis? I know of the word Bellini, but I'm like, I'm drawing a blank on what that is. And Sneha, you don't remember what it was? I'm like, you know the ones that I'm talking about, but you don't know the name of it either. Well, that's not good because I threw out the box. But those would go perfect with these. Um. Oh, well, next time you're in Arkansas, which will be next week anyway, so you can go and get the get the name of it. Oof. Anyway, get the name of it and just remind me. That's gonna be bothering me like until until I know it. Mm. Oof. I really like would love to try this. Like totally ice cold. This tastes like it would be amazing. Maybe like sweetened with honey to really bring out the maple cream. I'm getting so many ideas. Like, oh man, this would actually, if I could probably also infuse it into different foods. Like maybe, I mean, it would be a dead giveaway to infuse it in the one sugar cube. Yeah, just one. No, this is, I would, I mean, it would be too easy to say you can infuse it into pancake batter. But I mean, like, what would be the point? Pancakes already taste like pancakes. But if I were to get creative, I might, you know what? I might, I might infuse this somehow into pork chops. Because you know you get a nice maple glaze when you have ham and you put like the honey with the pineapple and the cherry. Um, you get like that sweetness with it. I don't see why pork chops with a maple glaze would be far off. You know, I can totally see that happening. I mean, even people put honey on their pork chops anyway, so why not, right? Um, what else? What else would I pair this with? Like this is, it's such a good flavor. Like I mean, I would put it on anything. Like I would make waffles with pancake. No. I keep checking and I have to like pace myself because I know if I drink everything in one shot, I'll be like, all right, I'm done. Goodbye, everybody. Nothing for me to talk about anymore. And like, it's so hard to stop myself from drinking everything. And I mean, yeah, I know I've said that before about a few other teas, but this one is like really, it's really, really hard for me to to control myself. Um, I would actually maybe put some caramel in this as well. Is there a caramel flavor in here? I don't think so, but just checking. Ooh, excuse me, that it just was breathing out and everything came out. Oh, that's embarrassing. But who cares? We're all family here, so nobody's impressed or unimpressed at the same time. Ooh. Anyway, oh my god, this is so good. It's one of the best Woody's Sweet Shop blends. Absolutely. Like it's a really strong, really sweet blend. Like you guys saw, I didn't put any sugar in it at all. And honestly, it does not need it at all. Like I'm totally satisfied with the way that it tastes. Um, Sometimes I would sweeten my teas at work, not all the time. I've learned to appreciate it. I've had to teach myself to appreciate unsweetened teas. But honestly, like this one, even if I was a first time drinker and I was drinking this, I would be like, you know what, I can get down with that. um, and coincidentally, one of the first teas I had, without even knowing it was an oolong, was the coconut pouchong. That one, I always tell that story. The first two teas I've ever had was blood orange and coconut pouchong. And, well, I mean, I had no idea at the time what an oolong was. All I knew is that I like coconuts, and when I smelled it, I was like, this is coconut. So, um, oolongs, me and oolongs go back, way back, from the very beginning. And this is part of what turned me on to teas. Um, I mean, I'm gonna be real. Like I took a risk with the coconut pouchong because without knowing it, I just thought tea was tea. Uh, and I mean, I tried it, it was pretty good. But um, had I known then what I know now, I would have appreciated it better. Yes, oolongs are the best. Like they are. I mean, it's way up there. I mean, if I'm gonna say it's my favorite type of tea, that wouldn't be a stretch. Um, I mean, I love all different kinds of teas. Um, but considering if you're talking about just the major categories, you got the black, the white, the green, and the oolong. It's a short list. But if oolong is not number one, it's definitely number two. It's a short race. If I were to pick a first and a second, I would say white teas and oolongs are up there. Um, but my favorite teas in general are like okay, well, let me put it this way. I like the white teas and oolong categories at the top, but my favorite teas specifically are not white or oolong, which is it's very strange to say. I have a weird way of thinking of things. Um but like I will always sing the praises of lapsang, and lapsang is like the deepest, blackest tea you can think of. Um, and uh, I mean, jasmine is not a green. Sorry, jasmine is not an oolong or a white tea. It's a green tea, but it's like it's way up there. Like I love jasmine teas, so it's always gonna be like complicated for me. Pu'er, yes, absolutely. Pu'er is like, well, technically, pu'er is a black tea. It's just it's just it's specific to the environment. They do have white pu'er though, and I wonder if they have a green pu'er. I'll have to ask about that because I mean I've had like the black and I've had the white. I've never had a green or an oolong pu'er. That hmm. Now I'm kind of like now I'm curious. Is there an oolong pu'er? I'm going to have to go to Adagio and ask about that because I mean they would know more than me. Um, but I don't see why not, because I mean it's all a matter of how much you oxidize it. I don't know. We'll see. Hmm. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and open up the floor again to questions and comments. Well, yeah, Google, but Google will be cheating. It's so impersonal, you know? Like maybe when I go there and they don't know, then we'll Google it. But it's like I would rather hear it from the source and really like get some feedback and like consider some things. So I'm going to go and get a live answer first, and if we don't have a live answer, then I'll Google it. I don't want to get the answer and then like it'll just ruin the experience. Um, but yeah, I mean that's a oh excuse me, that's a good question. But yeah, anyway, questions, comments, opening up the floor because I have about maybe 4 sips left. We're getting to the end of it, but oh my god, this is going to be an amazing. This is an amazing experience. Like I am seriously loving this tea. Now, while you're thinking about the questions, I do have a couple of announcements to make. First and foremost, we're down to the last Tilula trip. We still have you called them about about renting out their tea room or doing a tea tasting there? Because I mean, like I never get the chance. I know I should, but like I get so wrapped up in everything else. Um, but yeah, I mean, I don't see why not. It's a great shop. I like going there. Um, okay, yeah. So what we'll do is I'll put out a post once it gets warmer. I'll give it another couple weeks. Um, we'll do it this way. We'll talk about a tea crawl and a Tilula trip. Um, because Tilula is so far off from the rest of it, I think that that alone should be its own trip. Um, but the other ones, I would say it's definitely the tea crawl is going to be a lot easier to organize only because we've done it so many times. But yeah. Anyway, a couple of announcements. We're down to the last 4 charities. Before we do the final vote. So you guys don't forget to cast your vote this weekend. I'm going to announce the winner on Monday, and from that one, we'll have the final 5 um, charities that we'll vote on, and then we'll start charity month in what 2 weeks after. Let me see, because I want to start on in March. March 1st is gonna be a Friday, so I'll start the post on March 4th, and we'll start the voting process. You know what? No, 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 no. I can't because I want to start the fundraising in March. Okay, so the 15th we will announce the winner of the top 5 charities that we'll be raising money for. Then by the 22nd, I'll announce the different tiers that the challenges that I'm going to be doing once we hit each goal. Um, and if we raise that 5,000, I wish. If we raise that $1,000 for the charity, I'm getting my tattoo. Um, if not, we'll have other challenges for me to do on each tier. So I will keep you guys posted on that. Um, and I do have some exciting news. I don't want to give too much away, But I did get my first sponsorship from a tea shop, and that's going to be well. I might as well say it. This part of it. It was Teagish Vendor. They had given me a couple of free samples of teas that they want me specifically to review, and it goes hand in hand with this month's theme anyway, the sweet teas. So I will be reviewing those at the end of the month. So that will also be on the 22nd. The I will also have other things in the works regarding them. Hopefully, fingers crossed, because we are talking about doing some really exciting things, and this has opened up an opportunity that I did not see coming. So, the end of this month will be my first officially sponsored stream, and I'm excited to do it. Hopefully they'll tune in. We'll see. Oh, excuse me. Oof. Okay. Again, questions, comments, anything you guys want to talk about, now's the time, because I'm running a little bit low. I think I have 3 more sips left. We'll see. Mm. Ooh, this stuff is like, it's like, I'm seriously stuffed. Oh, I am going to go to bed feeling good tonight, you know? I really would recommend this. Uh, this is perfect any time of year, honestly. It's hard to say that about a lot of teas. Um, but this tea, like, it can go all year round. I mean, oolongs aren't really specific to any season. Was this? Was that a stream at home or of their store? What are you talking about? Was what a stream at their home or store? Or are you talking about like when I do that stream? No, the stream is. Oh, okay, yeah. Now I understand. Okay, their sponsored stream is going to be at home. What I'm hoping we can do is collaborate on different projects. I don't want to give too much away about that, but the only thing that's official right here, right now, is that I have 2 teas um, for the stream, and I'm going to be streaming from here. Um, but it's going to be a double tasting because both flavors are. Well, you know what? I don't see any harm in showing you guys. We're going to be doing 2 of them. I don't know if you guys can read it, but it's going to be Rooibos Cream Caramel and, oh, I'm in my own way, Salty Cream Caramel. So it's going to be like, it's going to be sweet and salty on one and sweet and creamy on the other. So these are the 2 that I'm going to be drinking for Tigerschwender. I'm going to be reviewing it, and I smelled it, and oh, it was amazing. So I am excited for this one. Um, they had me at Rooibos first of all, like sweet cream Rooibos. I was like, thank you. Don't mind if I do. But the sweet and the salty together is always one of my favorite. Yes, absolutely. Like, I am a big fan of it, and I foresee some great things coming up in my future. So, they have great teas and a lot of variety. They absolutely do. I'll talk more about that day of, because I don't want to give too much away. I have talked about them before. And they did ask me. They asked me if I reviewed any of their teas before, and I say, yeah, we have done about like 1 or 2. I don't remember which one specifically, Um, but I know that I've had their teas, um, or at least I've mentioned them before, like a couple times. So we will see. But yeah. Mm. Oh, this is so good. Okay, last call because I have one sip left. Any questions, comments, or anything you want to talk about? Now's the time, or forever hold your peace, because I am down to my last drops, and it's like physically hurting me not to finish this. Oh, because I mean, like, I seriously love this tea, and I'm going to put the link on the Facebook page because I mean, like, I really hope you guys take advantage of this one. A haircut, yes, I'm going to get my haircut tomorrow. Don't worry, yeah, all of this is going to be tamed tomorrow. So, because it is kind of funky, and absolutely, it's already on my wish list. Like, I'm definitely going to order some. I did place an order last Monday, I want to say. Cuz Adagio had a I don't know if it's a considered a contest, but they wanted you to predict whether you're going to get an early spring or a 6 more weeks of winter. And the groundhog did say that we're getting an early spring, so fingers crossed. And honestly, I'm going to tell you the secret to how I won. The prize for the early spring was vanilla rooibos, and the prize for a late winter is Earl Grey. So you guys can tell which one I was voting for right off the bat. Had nothing to do with predicting the future. It was all about the flavor, baby. And I won. So I will be getting that soon. And I don't you know what? I think I might have forgotten to announce that. A um I did make a new flavor out of one of my friends my coworker's name. She comes on the stream once or twice. But her name is Bernice Kai, and I could not help but make a tea after her name because it's too good to pass up. So I have ordered a 3 ounce bag of Dai by Bernice chai, and I am going to get that on Monday. I'm so excited about this. You have no idea. I showed her I even made a little label by her request of I made a little etch a sketch of her on there, and it says Bernice Chai on it. I'm gonna show you guys. It's awesome. But I couldn't pass up. It was too good of a name to not do. So I'm going to be getting that, and if I like it, I'll review it later on. I'll buy it my own. Well, I mean, of course I'm going to like it, but I'll review it later on, and we'll see how it goes. If I have to make any adjustments to the recipe, I will. But I'm really excited about that one. That was my tangent. But yeah. All right. Last call for real, for real. Questions, comments, or anything else you want to talk about, or forever hold your peace because this is going down the hatch. Yummy. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up. Thank you guys so much for joining me. This has been an amazing experience. Once again, this is Pancakes Tea, and I am going to post the link on it for right after this. So have a great weekend, you guys. I will see you next week with I did not announce my new flavor, and I think I'm going to leave that for the last minute again. Uh, but I'll continue with another dessert tea, and the following week we'll do well, no, I mean, make sure before I announce it Okay, so yeah, the 15th I'm going to do a dessert tea, and then the 22nd I'm going to do the sponsored stream. So have a good night, a great weekend, and I will see you guys on next Friday. Don't forget to vote because we're down to the end. All right, bye everyone.